All right. Welcome back. Greetings, Internet Sojourners. This is the MMocracy, and we are back live on Twitch TV. And here I am out in Timorous Deep. This should look very new to all of my longtime viewers who have been following the project since the beginning. Yep, I am out on the island with the great Oowomp, the Ogre Shaman, who drops all kinds of good int gear, and I'm out here just doing a little bit of farming. So let's give a quick recap of where we're at so far. I've been doing some grinding off stream. I'm level 39. I'm 79% to level 40. And this morning I got a couple things that I want to point out here. So one, I got my first of two bat skull earrings here. And you can see this is an int +5 earring. That's a pretty big deal for me. That gives me about 40, let's see, 40 mana, 38 mana just for having that. I got a Bat Fang headband here. This is a Wiz 3 Int 3 helmet, so I got one more int off of that. I got these arm plates. Not really a huge upgrade. They do give me some more strength, so that helps with my carrying capacity. And then I got these bone leg plates. Once again, not really a huge upgrade. I think that gives me some health. Gives me 8 total health. Whatever. I'll take it. Why play while not streaming? Oh, because to be perfectly honest, and welcome back to the stream, Skyless Raven, because sometimes, oh shoot, sorry about that. I don't even know if you guys saw everything here. Here we go. Bat skull earring, yep. Bat fang headband, the bone arm plates, and the bone leg plates. There we go. I realize whenever I hit my hotkey there to record my progress here, because I have an Excel spreadsheet that I'm tracking every single time I kill this guy, that it also changed the scene because it's a hotkey in OBS. So I've been just like watching YouTube movies actually. I've been watching videos on YouTube and just slowly grinding it out because it is kind of boring. I am going to do my best to make it interesting while we do this. But yeah, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat, a 6 minute, one dude to kill every 6 minute type thing. I have killed a lot of these ogre raiders, and I have over 100 plat in just gold pieces here, and I've made about 80 or 90 plat in just money drops off these guys. So actually close to 200 plat off of just money, or money drops. It is still Kunark. It is Timorous Deep, so this was a Kunark zone. It came out when Kunark came out, so it's shipped with the expansion, but what it actually is if we go over to the wiki here, and we go to the map. Let's see, is there a map of Kunark? There it is. Actually, is there a map of Norath map? Kind of risky just going to Google Images on stream, but let's see. It is in between Antonica, Fadewar, and Kunark. So it's somewhere, Timorous Deep is somewhere in here because you can get to here from Butcher Block and get to here from Freeport. And then it takes you to the over there, which is, I think, right about in here. Let's see if I can. Oh boy, it's Reddit. Trying to get like a high res map here. This doesn't have what I need on it. This is a really cool map though. This is from much later actually in the game's life because you can see all this stuff. A lot of this stuff up here was not in the game when the game launched. But yeah, we are in between Kunark and Fadewar, but it is a Kunark zone. But this is about as far out as Mr. Best Friend will ever travel. And the zone itself is actually pretty big. And later on, if I get everything I need off of Oowomp, we can run around the island and take a look at what's on this island. And there's several islands in this. Uh-oh. Oowomp spawned. he's not hard. I think the very first time I did him, I didn't fear him soon enough, and he got like a 250 point damage spell off on me, and I was like, oh boy, I'm like, I hope this isn't going to be too hard. It's not. As long as you fear him before he can do that. Ooh, there's a fine steel two-hander. That would be nice to have on the pet if I had another offhand to give him. Yeah, if you just keep him feared, he can't do anything. It's actually really nice. And there's really nothing around here that I'm even worried about attacking me. This is one thing I don't like is that he does heal himself, but as long as you keep him feared, he's not even going to do that. And let's see what we got from Oowomp this time. Nothing. And then I just go over to my Excel spreadsheet, and I guess I'll put dashes now instead of periods, because period is my hotkey to change scenes. That's why you guys were looking at the wiki earlier. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. I know I am. My girlfriend and I went to lunch. We had Thai food. Haven't had Thai food in quite a while since moving further down south into Arizona. So we really enjoyed that. And then we went to the mall, and I got harassed by a mall cop. Not really harassed, but he asked me to move my car, and I was like, because there was a no parking sign, but the no parking sign was not in the parking spot I parked in. It was in the one right next to it. And he just wasn't very tactful in his approach, so probably wasn't very Christian of me, but I did not react very well to it. I didn't swear at him or anything, but I was a little bit frustrated. Just mainly by their process of they didn't have anything like actually designating that spot as a no parking spot. So naturally I parked there, and then he got an attitude rather than be like, "Hey, yep, I totally understand. Like, we just need you to move the car, and this is why." He was like, "Well, we'll just tow your car then," and I was like, "Ooh, that struck a nerve. Now you're gonna hear something from me." Let's see, what should I listen to? I'm feeling some metal music tonight, fellas. And since it's double experience, I'm getting about 2% of the level per kill, and I kill him once every 6 minutes. So I calculated it out, and it's about 5 hours to get to level 40, of which I'm at 74%, so I've done 3/4 of that. I watched RoboCop earlier. I watched a movie called Epoch. I watched a movie called The Arrival. I've basically just been on YouTube. I didn't realize there were movies on YouTube that weren't like ripped and like ripped copies with weird frame sizing so that they don't get copyright strikes. Like they have actual YouTube movies channels, so I went there and I was just watching movies. That's how I've kept myself sane, killing giants and Oowomps for the last few days. And now that the holiday is over, I'll be back to streaming a lot more regularly. This last week, I noticed my stream schedule was a little bit off. Sorry about that. But it's been kind of a busy time, and I'll be back on it. Probably stream pretty steadily here. We do have WoW Classic Season of Discovery coming up on Thursday. I will most likely swap over to stream that because I am kind of excited about that. I don't know how invested I'm going to get into it. I'm actually really getting invested in this because I've made a lot of good progress here. If you look at it, I mean, it seems like good progress, but in reality, like progress on EQ is slow, especially doing it this way. But I'm happy. I mean, I'm about to be level 40. That's like level 40 is not a low level. That's technically 6 levels away from being able to raid. It's 2 hell levels before you can raid, because 40 is a hell level and 46 is a hell level, or 45 is a hell level, and then you can raid at 46. At least the planar raids, and I think the old world dragons are like level 46. And then I think you get locked out of them at level 51. I don't actually plan on raiding, but it is kind of neat to think I'm almost there. And sometimes when I'm bored, I'll go kill these other ogres and just take their money. But I'm lazy, so I pull them as close to me as I can before I let my pet destroy them. They drop a lot of money though if you look. Like I'm getting I just got 2 platinum from her. There's one like all the way over there. You can kind of see him up there in between the rocks. So yeah, I'll kind of run around and kill these. I use them to keep my health up. That's why you see me throwing Vampiric Curse on them. And this pet, this level 39 pet, is such a little beast. And this was one I didn't have to research. Oh, another thing is I researched the level 34 Fear spell. And that's a huge upgrade because the original first Fear spell that I had was a level 16, I think, or 12 Fear spell. And it only feared for like 16 seconds. This one fears for 42. Oh shoot, we got the Oowomp. We can, so I don't really worry about pulling the Oowomp while my pet is fighting. Because he's not that hard. As long as he doesn't resist too many spells, or they're like my fear wore off early. So he's gonna nuke my pet here, which you can see is a pretty good nuke. And then there he just resisted my fear, and now he's about to nuke my pet again. This is actually not going well. If he resists this fear, we could be in trouble. There we go. Sometimes the RNG will get you, you get multiple resists, or you have a fear break too early and then get a resist. That's what happened there. But definitely keeps you on your toes. He ran inside this hut to die. Not so great, are you, great Oowomp? I would call you an average Oowomp at best. Here's another one of these giant snake spine belts. Oh, I got that as well. It's just not an upgrade, really. I'm wearing it because it's got some poison resist on it, and 5 agility, but it's not like a huge upgrade for me. It's actually kind of heavy. It's like 3.5 pounds for a belt. So my plan is I'm going to do Oowomp until I get the second bat skull earring. And then once I get that second earring... Whoop. Sorry about that. I swear I've done this before. Let's see. I've killed the Oowomp 42 times. That's what I'm doing. I'm going over to Excel whenever I keep accidentally hitting those keys, and I'm changing the scene because I just put like if he doesn't drop anything, I'll just hit a little dot, and actually he did drop something. He dropped the giant snake spine belt, so I need to record that. There we go. Anytime I commit to like a really heavy grind like this, I always record the results so I can see the data later. I'm kind of a nerd like that. I like to know how many runs I've done. On Diablo 2, I did like 1,550 Mephisto runs, which in the grand scheme is really not that many compared to what some people do on that game. I see YouTube videos for Diablo 2 where they're like, yeah, I did 10,000 Mephisto runs. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I just rebuff myself kind of actually pretty often because there's nothing else to do. There's also another name mob that spawns here. His name's Urgok the Raider. And I've seen him 3 times now. And he dropped these. He dropped this Dark Rust Bracer, which is a Stamina 3 AC 10. The interesting thing about this item is that monks can wear it. Even though it's like almost like a plate or a metal armor bracer, monks can wear that one. And then same thing with the boots. Dark Rust boots. These are only AC 1, but they have a 10 stamina bonus on them. And monks can wear those as well. So ideally we get the bat skull earring tonight, and then I don't have to come back out here anymore. And then my plan is after I finish getting the gear from here is I'll go back down into down there and see if this level 39 pet can do a little bit better for me down there and down there. This pet was a huge upgrade. I can just tell in his health pool how much damage he takes. Like, he's way tankier. So I'm gonna look at busting him out and down near and seeing if he can help me break some of those camps so I can farm some of those better items down there. But I'm finally breaking through the ice here on the gear. It was really nice when I saw that bat skull earring pop up earlier this morning. Let's see what I got that on run 13. So actually, like, pretty early on I got that one. Or when I say run, I mean kill number 13. I call it a run because I've played so much Diablo 2. I really do miss playing Diablo 2. It just kills my wrists. It's kind of scary getting out here. You have to, as an Ixar, you have to run through a city that doesn't like you. It's not hard to get through it. But if guards inside that city spot you, you're done. Then you have to go down the dock, and on the dock there's a guard. He's an undead guard, so you gotta cast invisibility versus undead on yourself. But right before him is a non-undead guard, so you can only either have invis or invis versus undead up. You can't have both up at the same time. So you have to invis yourself, get past the first guard, stop just short of the second guard. You're kind of sandwiched in between them at that point. And then you invis versus undead and sit on the end of the dock and wait for the boat. What's this guy doing? And this is a really, like, I mean, there's 11 people out here, but this is a huge zone. You almost never see anybody out here. It's a very quiet zone. I was super happy when I logged in earlier and there was nobody here. As I was thinking, oh man, with everywhere else that I go, it seems like you always are fighting over spots and camps and all that. And I was like, man, I logged off to go to the mall with my girlfriend, and when I get back, there's probably going to be somebody here killing this guy. I log in, it's like, nah. No, nobody really cares to kill this guy, I guess. nothing that he drops is really all that valuable. But it is valuable for me. If I had to guess, probably the bat skull earring is the most valuable, but even that, I think you can get jewelry crafted that is way better, and it's not even that expensive. I just can't craft jewelry because I'm not an enchanter, and I'm solo self-found. Nothing. Okay, let's see if I can do this without messing up my hotkeys here. There we go. It's a very chill spot, and I'm glad that I'm getting a little bit of experience. 2% per kill. It's nothing crazy, but it's it's nice getting gear and experience, not just one or the other. And money. I mean, look, 140 plat plus another 111 in gold, so that's like 250 plat. I think I came out here with like 30 or 40 in the bag, so I've made over 200 plat just doing this. And I think my research is up to 10 plat a point now, and I'm at one, let's see here, 120 in research. So I have 64 more points to go, and I'm already up to 10 or 11 plat per point. So that's going to start getting really expensive. I don't think it scales though. It looks like it just goes up about 3 gold per point. If I was smarter with math, I would come up with a way to calculate that. I'm sure there's a way to get Excel to do it. Actually, I know. This is so lame. I asked ChatGPT to do math for me. I'm going to type all that in here. Freaking love ChatGPT. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't try to explain to ChatGPT how like platinum and gold and all that work. I just told it if it. Oh, I think I told it wrong actually. I'm going to try to explain it to it again. I'm starting to move really slow because I am so full up on just gold here. Okay, I think I have the answer, and ChatGPT is saying it's going to cost 2,600 platinum to do those last 64 points. which is like a huge sink if you're a character who has gear they want to go buy on the market. But luckily for me, I don't. So, and theoretically, I mean, if I finish this challenge, I could sell this bracer for like 7K. I got so lucky with that bracer, the bracer of the hidden. Still, there's gonna be spells and different things to buy, so I don't want to just like say gold is worthless. But I will say that it's kind of nice that I don't have to worry about gold as much as maybe other players do. I think I have about 2,400 in the bank. And the other thing is that's 2,600 over the course of the next 64 points. That's not like 2,600 that I need to go dump right now. It's so funny how ChatGPT sticks to the like. I even told it like I'm playing a computer role playing game where you spend this much gold pieces on this, and it like was like it will cost you this many gold pieces. I'm like, oh, thanks, chat. I thought you were gonna get all like gold is irrelevant. Here's your number. Nope. Maintain my fantasy. The Oowomp is up. Let's go. I think this is kill number 44. Wonder what spell he's casting there. I don't think he got a chance to cast it. Ah, I just throw as many dots on him. I think by the time all is said and done, I've got like 4 different dots on him. Yeah. You know it's a good fight whenever you don't even have to re-fear him once. Nothing. What's this? Mead? Thanks, Oowomp. Mead. That's great. So it sounds like some graphical tweaks are in the works for Monsters and Memories, and this is public knowledge. I did talk to one of their developers on Discord a little bit, but I try to be any communications that I have with developers, I typically try to keep very vague when I talk about them publicly, because I don't want to misconstrue anything. However, in this case, I noticed that they were talking about it openly in the Discord as well, so that's really great. And they're essentially going to try to optimize it a little bit better for the next playtest on December 9th. And they have a little bit of time still. They got like, what, 2 weeks and some change until the December 9th playtest. And so I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully the graphics optimizations don't backfire, I guess, and end up causing crashes or anything like that. I know they like to do they do testing on their own? Because when I was talking to that developer, he did say he logs into it himself, but I guess the Unity engine that he works in is even more resource intensive than the game itself. So I guess that maybe that's a Unity thing. I don't like play a lot of modern games, so I don't know if I've played any other games in the Unity engine. I'm sure I have. They should have just got the license for EQ's engine. This this engine's so janky. There's like I would be like if I was a developer, I'd be like I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. This is essentially a mud with a graphic user interface running on top of it. All this stuff you see here in the chat bar was all the stuff you would have seen on the mud itself. It's kind of a cool, like, what's the right word? Hybrid of mud and graphical video game. It's kind of like the missing link between Neutral Rockets, welcome back. It's like the missing link between humanity and apes or whatever. It's like right there in the middle. It's like the Neanderthal, right? Where it's sort of a mud, sort of an MMO. It's definitely an MMO, but sort of a graphical. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys get you guys get it. You know the thing. I'm trying to do my best Joe Biden there. Neutral Rockets, how you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to catch you guys, you and Skyless again. I was just apologizing earlier about how I haven't been streaming nearly as much lately. The holiday week kind of got me. But I'm out here in Timorous Deep. The great Oowomp is doing not so great. I have killed him. Shoot, did I log my last kill? I don't remember if I did. Oh yeah, he gave me a mead. I have killed him, let's see, 44 times. And I've gotten one bat skull earring so far, so we're doing okay. And then also you make a ton of money. Not a ton, but like I'm making good money off just cash drops here. And you get about 2% experience per kill. So I've gotten 78%, so maybe like 1.5%. I don't know. I don't know how that maths out, but basically it's leveling me. And that's good. It's not the fastest. If I was out doing something else, I'd probably be level 40 and then some. But these bat skull earrings are going to give me like a almost 80 mana on their own. And as you guys know, I am in sore need of gear. I need gear. I've been suffering with no real int gear. I'm up to 106, guys. My Mr. Best Friend isn't so dumb anymore. And yeah, the bonus XP is great. I did Frontier Mountains, Giants for a while. I mean, shoot. Last time I think I streamed before last night, I was level 34 or 35, and I'm now almost 40, so I've just had too much going on to really do too much streaming. But now that we're in that kind of slump between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'll have a good few weeks here to stream. And then the week prior to Christmas will be kind of busy for me, kind of like this week was. But the week of Christmas, I will probably be here quite a bit. Oh, he's back. Drop the fishing grubs, go! Here's kill number 45. My spell got interrupted. We're not off to a good start. Yeah, the first time this guy nuked me, I was like, okay, I gotta do something different here, because I was getting nuked for like 250. So I've learned to send my pet in first, let him kind of get a little bit of aggro. I can fully dot him up, and then throw the fear on him. I'm wondering if I shouldn't hit him with at least one life tap just to make sure that I get the full experience from him. That's probably why I'm not sitting at like 90% experience. Because I feel like he's normally about 2% per kill, but sometimes I'm not getting that full 2%. Because I'm killing, or I'm doing less damage than Kabobin here. Large rawhide sleeves. And all this armor, I just give it to I just give it to my pet. So it's funny, he's actually probably wearing like almost a full suit of rawhide armor. I would love a graphical update to EQ where you could see everything your pet is wearing. How cool would that be? And I would love to be able to keep your pet so you could work on decking him out and try to keep him alive. Does that work? Almost like a mercenary in D2, but yeah, it does actually. They equip the first item in that slot that you give them, so you can't just keep giving him helmets and he's not going to choose like, oh, this one's got HP on it, so I'm going to take this one. But they do equip that first item that you give them. And that was kill number 45, and I got large rawhide sleeves. Okay. Yeah, Kabobin here is he's a little beast. He like murders. These are like around level 20. He just wrecks them. And takes like next to no damage from them. Oh, is there something going on in zones? People are yelling out complete heal. Have I seen anyone else try? No, do you mean like just since I've been out here, has anybody come out and I've only got out here this morning, and nobody was here when I got here, and no one's came to me and asked like how long have I been here. So I would guess that this is probably a very low volume camp, which is good because you wouldn't want to travel all the way out to TD just to find that nobody was here. Or not nobody was here, but it was camped. So my plan for that was I was just going to wait. Like if I got out here and there was somebody here camping, I would have just like logged out and played a different game or sat there and waited. But you guys know I needed this gear really bad, so like I was pretty much at a point where I was like I need to stop getting experience for a little bit and go camp this Oowomp. And I'm glad I waited till level 39 because he's so much easier. My last pet didn't put out nearly as much damage as this guy, so it's been pretty good. Less resists and better dots. I got that better fear, so like all around just a lot better experience. And I was telling the stream earlier, after I finish here, I'm gonna go back to down there and see if I can't get some of those pieces out of there now. I feel a lot more back from more pain. Yeah, I want to get that. The one I want to get is. Let me show you guys. It's Visceral Dagger. Here we go. So you have to kill Cly Imprecators. And they are 30 to 33. They're wizards. But this pet can eat a few nukes. You know, that last pet, he can only eat like one nuke before he was almost dead. This guy was getting nuked for 250. I had him get nuked twice by the Oowomp. 250 a pop, and he was still like at 50% health, so you have to go down to the second floor, and then let's see. Yeah, I think one is here. So you gotta drop down, go through those tunnels that we were in where I died. I died right about here on stream that one night. So the thing that I'm concerned about is I don't know because I mean I'm gonna have to summon a pet. How do I how do I get to him? Am I just gonna have to fight my way to the Cly Imprecator? That's kind of what I'm thinking. The second one is in the church. The church is on the third floor. It's right here. It's huge. So I'm thinking there might be a lot of enemies in there. If I have to, I can try life tap tanking it and just not summon a pet. And then the third one is, oh yeah, the third one is right, actually really familiar with that area. This is where I normally fight at when I'm down there. And the third one is right here. Have I died every time? I don't think I've died every time, but probably 2 out of the 3 times that I've gone there, I've died. That one death was like infuriating because I survived a fight with 1% health. I don't remember if that was on stream or not. I survived a fight with a Cly Evoker. I had 1% health left. And then a Pather came by, and for some reason, he still saw me even though I was really far back up in there. But I just got unlucky, and I couldn't get Harm Shield up. Or no, I survived with Harm Shield. Short beer. Short beer. So yeah, then so you kill the one here and the one here, then you have to get to 10, which is the forge room. And there's a smith. It's actually a really cool quest if you think about it. You got to go to like pretty much do something on every floor with the exception of the top floor, and then you get all 3 pieces of the dagger, then you kill the smith, and then you use the forge. Which the smith is only level 25, so I mean, I'm going to be level 40. This should not be that hard, right? And then the dagger itself is, I think, 8 int. And it also looks really cool. Look at that. I want that to be me. Because that looks awesome. And then if we can get the spectral shield or whatever out of Kesora library as well. Things are looking up for Mr. Best Friend, that's all I'm saying. I'm going to have to make a new video. I'm going to have to make a new, the next leg of his journey. So I'm toying with an idea of, making it so, actually, I don't know if I want to say this. I said it the other night, so I don't think Nusharak, I think it wants to be I think I want it to be kind of a surprise. The trials and tribulations, yeah. Goodness. I might need to go grab a thing of water. This is such an easy camp. I'm gonna check out the rest of this island too before I leave. I've heard there's some like bird people I can kill over here as well. These guys are, yeah, that's the over, they're the over there. I have maxed my, I've maxed it in the worst possible way. Is that not something I'm supposed to do? Or did I just make a like huge mistake? Do people care about their over there faction if they're do Ixars care about their OT faction? That'd be funny if I totally like hosed my faction that I need for later. I can't understand why you would want to align yourself with Veneral Sethir. He's like the bad guy for Kunark. Or one of the main bad guys, I think. He's responsible for the deaths of so many of my Ixar brethren. The story in Kunark is actually really cool. I didn't know all that story was in the game. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, Neutral Rockets. I had no idea how much lore was actually in EQ. I thought it was just all kind of like an afterthought. And when I watched some of Level Up Larry's Kunark lore videos, I was like, oh, they didn't just go like, hey, lizard men, giant bugs, big island, all right, go. Like, they actually kind of thought about it. And it is hidden. And you know what? I like that you said that, Neutral Rockets, because it isn't just like you don't zone into a new place and they're like, here's your cutscene, great hero who's here to save the whole universe and gets a cutscene every, 30 seconds to tell you why you're great and important. It's more like a FromSoft game. Even though FromSoft games or the Souls series came after EQ. I guess you could say Kingsfield came before EQ because I'm pretty sure the at least one Kingsfield came out before EQ. You can find little details here and there that literally make no sense until you stumble upon some dialogue and some in. Yeah, exactly. You start seeing like little things that pop up. Like here's a good one. Ryle's sand coin. Ryle is the son of Veneral Sathir. Why that's important or why that's here, I don't know, but it's for the Monk Shackle quest. But I'll bet if we did the Monk Shackle quest, they would probably have a little bit of flavor text about why that's an item. But yeah, it's all there. You just have to kind of dig under the surface to get it. And that was something that I really like about FromSoft games. Like you can go play through the entire Dark Souls series and have no idea what's going on. And then you start reading item descriptions. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I know what's going on. But there was no cutscene. There was no like, big revealing lore segment. You read some item descriptions and you talk to a couple NPCs, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's why I'm doing this. Because I'll admit it, like when I first started playing Dark Souls games, that man, I was kind of a drunk. Like I didn't really care. I liked the combat. I liked the dodging. I didn't pay attention to any sort of details in the world. It's another chipbone collar. I was hoping it was the bracelet. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to anything, and then now when I play those games, I'll freaking get out the on Bloodborne. There's a monocle that you can use to like zoom in and like look at things close. I'll freaking get out the monocle in an area and just sit here for like 10 minutes, just like looking around. And then I'll go to the next room and I'll be looking at the furniture. And there's so much detail in those games, like just down to the way that furniture is carved and the stuff that's on the walls, like the little statues. And you're like trying to piece it all together. Chipbone collar sells for 4 plat. How much does it weigh? Weighs 2. Eh. Look, man, I'm balling out of control now. I can't be carrying around no collar weighing 2. Okay. I got 1,200 gold on me. I made about 1,000 on FM Giants the other night. I got 2 forest loops in one sitting. And then I got 4 of those tunics that sell for 60 plat. And then a bunch of the other odds and ends made up the last 2,000. So yeah, I'm sitting on about 2,400 right now. I just bought all my level 39 spells. That ate into it a little bit. But I've already made all that money back today off of these guys, these raiders. Research, I'm glad you asked. So earlier in the stream, yeah, I kind of went over a lot of this, but that's cool. You missed it. And it gives me something to talk about because honestly, I'm just out here camping this same guy, so I need stuff to talk about. Research, I am at 120, and it's now costing about 10 plat a piece. But I noticed that it's like a static increase of about 2.5, 3 gold per point. It's not a scaling increase. That's what I was worried about, was like each point was going to increase a percentage of the previous point. But it doesn't look like that's the case. So it's going up like 10 gold, 1 or 10 plat, 1 gold, 10 plat, 4 gold, 10 plat, 7 gold. That's about how it's going. So, using my resources, because I'm terrible at math, I got on ChatGPT and I asked it to calculate how much gold that's going to cost or how much platinum it's going to cost. And it told me it's going to cost about 2,600 to get from 120 to 184. And if I remember right, we can flip back over here to look at that, since we got some time before the old Oowomp is up. The highest one is 184 trivial. So I have exactly 64 points to go to be able to research the highest level spells. And that should cost about 2.6k. So I'm actually not as worried about research anymore. Hopefully I'm not proven wrong, like hopefully it doesn't start scaling percentage-wise. So expensive. It's so funny because like the plat is so irrelevant to me. I'm just like, yeah, 2,700 plat, whatever. I've got it in the bank right now. Let's go. Yeah, I can't buy anything exactly. Like it's like a. And the other thing is like I don't care all that much about. I was gonna sound bad, but like green is starting to show its age, and like I'm not on this server going, oh man, I need to raid, I need to make a twink monk, I need to do this, that, or the other. Like once I finish this project, I'm not sure if I'll play EQ. Or if I do, I'll play it in a way that's like weird again. Did I just cast that twice because I'm like talking? Yeah. I'm talking and I'm extra caffeinated. I'll play it in a way that's kind of weird as well. I had a thought. It would just take so long to set up. This is a really cool idea though. And it's not a novel thought. It's just me saying I want to maybe stream it and record it. And that's doing like a new game plus run where essentially I would get a character all the way up to whatever level, raid, get a bunch of raid gear that's no drop, no trade or whatever, and then de-level him all the way back to 1, and then do like an EQ new game plus. And I think that would make a really cool series, but oh my gosh, the time commitment. Because I would want to do it on a melee character, because gear just doesn't. If I did it on a necro, like, yeah, who cares? I would do the exact same thing, just a little bit easier, right? Versus doing a warrior who needs that gear. But could you imagine going all the way back to level 1 and then like rolling out into your newbie zone with like, I don't even know the gear that they have because I don't know enough about EQ. There's no way. I think you can do it. Somebody told me in chat that there's people that do it. I just don't know if they're like recording or showing what they're doing. Because once you have that, there's no level requirement on a lot of that gear, right? I don't think so. I don't think they added level requirements in EQ until much later. I think the first time I saw a level requirement on anything was at least Lucklin. But I think that would make a really cool video series. It would be neat to see like a level 1 warrior just go out and absolutely crush. I guess if you put it in that context, all this plat does really matter. Let's see what Oowomp number 48 dropped for us. Where is he? Did he die outside the hovel? Oh wait, there he is. I couldn't see him underneath the body of the other one. Nothing. Boo. So we just put a nice little dash in here. Oowomp, you're killing me. I need one more bat skull earring and I can leave. I don't think I even need those. The chip bone bracelets, I think, are whiz. They don't even have mana on them. So yeah, there's just the bat skull earring. That's the only thing I need. There's also another name that spawns out here that I've killed 2 or 3 times. And he drops some weird like metal type armor that monks can wear. I thought that was kind of strange. I had to check and see if my daughter had texted me because she texted me earlier, but I missed the text and I was worried that she thought I was ignoring her. I'm just wondering, can I send this pet into Dalnir into one of those big crowded rooms that have 2 or 3 mobs and have him like will he be able to kill at least 2 to where I can then resummon another pet and break a camp like that? That's going to be kind of interesting, but I really, really, really want that dagger. And I think neutral, you missed it last night. I did K-Sora and died. But it was very educational. I learned a lot during that run on kind of where to go, what to do, what not to do. There's a video of it. It's you could watch the Twitch VOD later or just, browse through it. It's only about 2 hours long, but it's also up on my YouTube as well. I think he's already got one of these, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. Yeah, these guys are little cash cows. I mean, they're dropping 12, 20 gold, 2 plat. I've made like 110 in just plat, straight plat, and then another 126 in gold. Starting to get kind of weighed down, but hopefully the bat skull earring drops here soon. Oh, you're out doing specters in Oasis. Are you? I forget. What are you on? Are you on a chanter or no? You're on a necro. Let me know if you're out there. I can my necro or my enchanter is literally right there. I can drop clarity on you sometime if you need. Because I was camping those last time I played my enchanter. So I think he's bound at the Oasis South Row zone line, so I could just run over and drop a C on you. I don't know if C's got to be better than Collarbones. I don't know if it'll overwrite though. And honestly, if you're able to kill without charming them, it's a little bit slower experience wise, but it's way less like scary. Bones gives 8 mana. I'm actually curious, what does Clarity? Clarity gives 7. That's interesting. I did not know that, so I actually have better than Clarity on my Necro. Comes at a cost, right? Although with the XR regen, like I barely notice my health is ticked down like just a little bit, and if you like, all I'll do is when it starts ticking kind of low, which I don't want to do it because I think the Oowomp's about to spawn. Yep, there he is. All I got to do is just drop a vampiric curse on him, and you get that health right back. So you just kind of have to keep an eye on it, but it's not like your health is just rapidly draining. Oh no, he's nuking my pet. That must have been a pretty weak nuke. And this 42-second fear is so nice. I researched that as well. Either last, I think, yeah, it was last night because I hit 39. I got to 120 research, so it was trivial. I had one set of words left. Nothing. Jeez, you're killing me, Oowomp. I was hoping to get this within the level. That was number 49. Hopefully, number 50 is the lucky number. I'm going to take a quick break, though. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is such a laid back spot to level. This is a total dad camp here. You don't even have to worry about AFKing here. Nothing passed through here. Like it's perfection. It's perfection. Okay, Sora was nerve-wracking. I could not find a safe spot in there. Every single corner of that place is locked down. Something walks through everywhere. Everywhere that I found. And there's a mix of C invis and um, you have the invis versus undead, so you can get by some mobs, but then there's like Raveners down there that can see you even if you have IVU on, obviously. I almost died at one point during that stream. I did die, but I almost died once also. Because a Ravener saw me, or a Gnar, or some nasty little sperm looking enemy saw me, and then pulled like the entire library came running out at me. Luckily, I had Steel Skin up, and Steel Skin saved me. I think I had 50% whenever I feigned. It was terrifying. And I was trying to do some charming in there, and the charms were just breaking way too often. That's why I don't think I'm going to go back in there and charm. There's like a spider that passed through the library area, so if you can be IVU down there just fine, nothing's going to see you, but this one spider is on like a 30-minute path. So it's almost completely unpredictable when this spider is going to come down. So you could be IVU all day long, but if you don't pay attention, that spider is going to get you. I was reading on Reddit and people were like, "Oh, this is like the best place to go ever as a necro," and I was like, "This is awful." There's the charming as a necro versus charming as an enchanter, at least at this level, is like night and day. Because as an enchanter, you have so many tools to deal with charm breaks. You got mez, you got stuns. You know, you have Tash, so enemies are just innately have less magic resistance. And then on the Necro, you just have Root and Screaming Terror, but good luck getting that off when you got mobs beating your face in. You have Hungry Earth, that spell I never got that I camped for a week. I mean, I have my regular Root. He's up on the roof. That was crazy. I'm glad he didn't die up there. So, like, I was smart. I was keeping him rooted, but Charm was still breaking a lot on my pet. Bracer and a Fine Steel Warhammer. Gross. That was number 50. It's kind of weird being out here, though, because it doesn't feel like you're in Kunark. Because technically you're not. It was nice to get a change of scenery, though. Getting on the boat was kind of scary. I watched a lot of YouTube movies over the last couple days just doing these camps because, yeah, this was introduced with Kunark, so it's legit. As for my self-imposed rule set, it is legit. Um, it is a Kunark zone. It's just not in Kunark. It's the ocean between Kunark and Antonica and Fadewar. Sometimes I kind of wish I could break the rules and go do something different, but I've already come this far, so like I don't know. I don't want to break my own rules at this point. At that point, it like all the struggle means nothing if I break my own rules. I'm only a zone away. I'm only one boat ride away. I could be in Freeport in 30 minutes, boys. Nah, I don't want to do that. We're gonna stick it out. Because then as soon as I do that, then the question becomes, well, why did I go to Dalnir? You know, why did I suffer in Dalnir trying to find gear that I never got? Why did I suffer in Kesora trying to find gear that I never got? And then what's the next step? Do I just say, I'll just, you know what, I'll just group? Well, now, there's no point. So, no, we are going to stick it out. We got this. It's 20 levels. We're almost halfway there for the game's experience numbers, at least. Thoughts about 50 to 60 in Velius. That's kind of the I'm just going to have to think real hard, like, do I want to just say, hey, I did 1 to 50 here in Kunark. I'm good, and head out to Velius. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to do it because I hit a point where I go, this is too hard. I give up. I cry uncle and go to Velius, right? I want to do it because it's substantive and there's something to be some entertainment value for you guys to be gleaned out of it. And then obviously I'll make an in-game lore video about why Mr. Best Friend has decided to finally leave Kunark. If I do go that route. If I don't go that route, what I really need to start thinking about is where. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so slow. How much weight do I have on me? 96. Where do I want to go to actually do 50 to 60? Changing my music up here. Howling Stones. Yeah, there's a lot of different there's a lot, not a lot. There's a handful of different places that I could be. Let's see. I'm gonna zones by level. I'm googling it. So this is kind of a tough chart to interpret because it's going to tell you as long as you can gain experience from one mob in that zone, like I think it's on the charts. Like Field of Bone all the way to 50. Obviously, you're not gonna do Field of Bone all the way to 50. That's like you trying to kill guards and then killing like a single mob like I'm doing right now. Uh-oh. Oowomp is up. We'll come back to that. Few people have mentioned that being their favorite for Necro. Yeah, I like. The thing I'm thinking is outdoor zones are slower experience, but they're safer experience. I don't know, and what I'm kind of trying to figure out is what outdoor zones do I have available? What indoor zones do I have available? And then the other thing is, how camped are those indoor zones? Like, am I going to be in there on the struggle bus waiting for hours for a camp to open up to try to solo it and getting my butt kicked? I'm assuming because by the time you're like level 51, the level range that you can gain experience from gets pretty wide. Yeah, nothing again. It's just not going to be the most experience, and I'm okay with slow and steady. So let's take a look here. So, yeah, this is kind of hard to interpret. So it looks like City of Mist starts at 30 and goes all the way to 60. Burning Woods is an outdoor zone, but it's kind of scary. Yeah, Old Seb you could do. Chardock I know is a pretty popular one, and then Howling Stones. And it just says level 50 plus, so yeah, obviously. But how like okay, so this is the mob. That's actually a cool map. I like this because it tells you where each mob spawns. So where do you enter at? Where's the entrance? Portal in here. So you got some mobs here. You got a 2-pole there. So like right away, the issue that I'm seeing is congestion. Like here, there's a name mob in there, and there's like 5 mobs in that room. So probably none of these are going to be single poles. That guy's a single pole there. I guess I'll just have to get good if I go in there. Yeah, Burning Woods. I wanted to see something. Timorous Deep. Looks like Raptors go up to 44. So Raptors go up to 45. I mean, I could do Raptors up into the 50s. It'd just be really slow. So that's another idea. Let's see. You can undead lull. Yeah, I guess at that level, hopefully it gets a little bit better, but I've noticed that right now, anytime I try to lull anything, it just gets resisted, and I get a whole wall of mobs running at me. You were watching a video of somebody soloing it? I'll have to watch that video. If you link that in the Discord, I'll take a look. If you don't mind, if you still know where it's at or what it's called. I really do feel like that's kind of what you need to do at this point, or not at this point, but later on in the 50s. Like I can definitely foresee having to do indoor zones. I'll just have to get really good at what I'm doing. So to that end, like things like the K-Soras and the down that I've been doing have been good practice for the eventual end game grind. Maybe I'm just lazy. I like this. This is perfect. Nothing paths through here. I don't have to worry about spawn timers. Like, when I was in Kesora, I was like running multiple timers, testing how long things path, like how much time from the time I see this mob to the time it comes back, how much time do I have? I like doing that stuff on my enchanter because I feel so much more control over what I do. Because it seems like the enchanter, you have a better success rate on your lull, you have a better success rate on just recharming. Like I think when I finally died, I was trying to recharm and the enemy wouldn't, like he resisted my charm. One thing I figured out though is there's like a 3 mob area where there's 3 all in one area, real close to each other, and I can charm a pathing mob and just send him in there to get blenderized, and then just like feign deaths. There's like a mob garbage disposal that I can just be like, yeah, go in there and die, so I don't have to deal with you. Coffins in the bank. That's the thing, man. I can't get summon corpse because I'm Kunark only and solo self found. Oh, Urguk is up, or Ugrak. He's gonna eat. Watch this. He's gonna get harm touched. Boom. Yeah, no summon corpse for me. So yeah, if it's one of those things where I'm in danger of losing my corpse every time I go in there, I may not do that. Or the other flip side is for like just sheer entertainment value, maybe I just break my own rule for that one spell. I don't know though. I don't know if I want to do that. Definitely don't want to lose a 7,000 platinum item. Conjure Corpse, just a 32k. Oh, is there a different summon corpse spell than but it drops off a 32k hit point mob? No. Oh, there's a level 57. Yeah, that's like something. I don't know if that's doable. True, at least it is in Kunark. Man, you're killing me. That was Oowomp number 52. Still nothing. Not you, Neutral Rockets. You're not killing me. Oowomp is killing me. I don't know why I'm even killing these ogres. I don't really want to pick up any more. I don't need any more gold. I'm starting to run really slow. Oh, and it has a CH. That's easy. We can deal with that, right? He probably can't be feared or anything either, I'm assuming. Or he's in a spot where fearing him is just not a good idea. I'm actually going to look that up. Dropped by Gorinair. A level 60 cleric ice dragon. There he is. Oh, this is an old screenshot. That's like the old font. I missed that. Generally regarded as the most difficult of the Kunark outdoor dragons. Yeah, he's for an epic quest. There's a racing line? Guilds wishing to kill these targets must wait at the specified race line until the mob spawns. What, man, this game. Yeah, I have no words. I have no words for this. All right, guys, line up. Get out of here. I'm so glad I'm not involved in the raid scene on this. What a nightmare. Wake up at 4 a.m. and line up at the druid ring because that's the racing line. What are the chances someone vendors that spell to someone in Catalyst? 0. Actually, nothing has a chance of 0. Less than I have time to wait. The universe will have experienced heat death. The final atoms will have decayed by the time that happens. Might as well refresh all my buffs. Yeah, so if you don't have the ability to summon your corpse, then going that deep into some of these places is pretty risky. I feel like if I hit a point where my corpse was about to decay, I would probably call in an audible, like call in an assist, and then just declare the challenge over. I don't know. That would be a tough decision. I guess I would have like 7 days to make that decision. I've died in some dicey spots, but never like unrecoverable. I've never died in a spot where I'm like, nope, this is it. I'm not ever going to get my body out of here. Remember that feeling in the depths of the Kern's basement? Yeah, that's a tough place to die as a lower level. At least it's a low level dungeon, so you can go have somebody help you out. And if you're not doing a solo thing, you can always, any other player could pay. You'd have to pay the 200 plat for the coffin, but try to find somebody to do it for you. So I mean, maybe Burning Woods or outdoor zones. Dreadlands, it says, goes up to 55. Burning Woods is the only outdoor zone that is listed at 60. Dreadlands, you can kill. There's some Drachnids that are level 47 to 49. And wait, Skyfire Mountains. Oh, isn't Skyfire like incredibly scary though? Let's go Oowomp, what, 52, 53? Nothing scary about fighting a bunch of dragons. Yeah, like I don't think that's an experience. Whoops. An experience zone. He always runs to the water. Like he wants to make looting hard. I'm gonna drop a nice hefty nuke on him here just so I get that experience. Where is he? Nothing. Yeah, KC. Isn't KC where most people go anyway to level to 60 in groups? I think that's the new. Yeah, there. Oh my gosh. If you do a slash who corner all, it returns too many players. So that's kind of the. That's like the flip side of it is if I have to go to one of these zones to level, am I going to have a really hard time finding a spot even to level? So here's Skyfire. This zone is filled with high-level dragon-like creatures, all of whom are aggressive and most seem to social with each other. Chromo drags have an area of effect, dispel. The terrain is rough. See, I don't know if that's going to be. That would probably not be. It says this zone has some relatively sparse areas in which to hunt. You can pull to the wall areas or zone edges. So maybe it's outdoor at least. So that's something. Burning Woods, kind of similar, although on here, somewhere in this wall of text, it says that the zone walls in Burning Woods is actually dangerous. Yeah, this is another one where they're all kind of 44 to 47. Tried to post the YouTube link in Discord, but I think the bot stopped it. Oh, okay. If you don't mind, just shoot it to me in a message. Sorry about that. I'm looking up. I wonder if on the wiki is there a what is the formula for what levels will still give experience? There's a formula out there. This is from live. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what is the, like at level, let's just say 59. What is the lowest level thing I can kill and still get experience? Whoops. That's funny. I accidentally hit his pet, and now his pet's whacking me in the face. We fear him. Go away. That guy still gives experience as well. I don't think it's very much. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. It might be 44. I feel like I would be in for a pretty miserable grind to do 59 to 60 in a outdoor zone, though. Oh no. Oowomp spawn and I'm low on mana. I kind of knew that was going to happen whenever I went after Ugrak or whatever. Urgak. So he's buffing himself up. He's getting ready for the big fight. Do you think your buffs will help you, Oowomp? You are weak. Stand no chance. I'll met up to 80%. Because, yeah, the zone experience modifier is indoors, obviously much better. I love how a mob the same level as you can destroy. Can destroy you? Yeah, it's definitely not like World of Warcraft where it's like, oh, he's my level, I can fight him and easily kill him. And you only worry about uh higher level things. I mean, this guy could technically cause me issues. Like if he resists this fear here, like that's going to be an issue because I'm already out of mana. Yeah, even lower level mobs can be a threat, and then some things are undercons, so they're like lower level than you, but they have way more hit points or they have different spells, like those brownies in Fate Arc. Those things are definitely undercons. Those are nasty little buggers. I don't like the mob casting AI. I feel like they have endless mana and they just abuse the crap out of it. Nothing. White wine. That was Oowomp number 54. I wonder how long we're gonna go before we get that last bat skull earring. That's such a big upgrade though. I think that was like pretty much it. Fingerbone Hoop, Howling Stones level 52. Or Earring of Essence were the other two that I noticed. Earring of Essence is just a HP plus 30. Fingerbone Hoop is int plus 5, charisma minus 10. It's got a nice see invis effect while worn. But it's kind of a nasty looking mob. So yeah, I really need to stick it out here and try to get this. Which kill was the first Bat Skull? It came on kill number 13. So I got it relatively early. That's kind of why I was like, this isn't so bad. I should be able to get this. Kind of figured I would have another one by now. And there's still, I think, one item in his drop table that I haven't seen. And that is the, oh, two. I haven't seen the Shearbone Mask, and I haven't seen the Chipped Bone Bracelet, which is a Wiz plus 5. If I get that Chipped Bone Bracelet, I may hang on to it and give it to, like, a newbie shaman. Because, I mean, a nice little 5 Wiz bonus is good for a newbie shaman. I really, really want a new robe. That's what I'm looking to pull out of down there is a new robe. But I've read about that robe, and that robe looks like it is really hard to get. It just does not drop. And then the next robe that I saw on the wiki was for something in Old Sebulus. So if I don't get that robe out of down near, I probably won't get a robe for a while. I'm trying to remember the name of the robe in Old Seb. Let's see. Froglock Bonecaster's robe. Here we go. It's dropped off a named mob, though. So, like, that could be pretty tough to get. He's level 53. And he's a wizard. Let me see. If you go to equipment on the wiki, and then it goes equipment by slot, and then you can go to chest. And then you click Necromancer chest. Then you can sort by stats. So, like, Vishan's Peak, definitely not getting that. Plains, definitely not getting. Old Seb. Tolapum's robe. I don't even know how you say this guy's name. He's a level 60 enchanter with 19k HP. Buried, like, what, all the way. He's not even on the map. The X is, like, off the map. That's got to be a bug. So if you go down, lower gut can't do it. Old Seb, Old Seb. Oh, here we go. Flowing black robe in FV. Oh, it's dropped off some of these guys here in FV and the over there. That's an int plus 3, but I mean, I would want it more for the fashion points than anything. What level are these guys? Level 56 XR Necromancer. No big deal. I could probably kill him. That's gotta be easy. Oh shoot. Oowomp. No. Oh my gosh. My pet was getting attacked by something else. Oowomp has now resisted 2 of my spells. I'm gonna go ahead and fear him just so he stops beating on my pet. Thankfully the oh wait, I didn't snare him. He resisted my snare and I'm already at 40M. He just resisted another snare. Oh my gosh, this one's turning into a nightmare. One in every, what, 50 some odd kills, you get some nasty... I guess we can send him back out. I thought he was going to get attacked by those ogres. I thought they would social. Actually, I think if he was running around over there, he would get attacked. So I guess we got a little bit of an opportunity to get some mana back. Where is he? Oh, he's way out there. Okay, fear wore off. So we're gonna try to get the. Looks like he's going for my pet. He's casting something. What is he do? What is he doing? He's just standing there. Oh, and then he casts. It wasn't showing the cast animation. That's 3 in a row that he's resisted. I love it. At least he's not resisting my fears. He's like level 34. I'm level 39. He's resisted three snares. I'm gonna try to drop a nice dot on him. Oh, I can't see him because he's in the water. Jeez. Totally scuffed, but whatever. I'm gonna nuke him because he pissed me off. I wonder if I can hit him. Yes. That's right, Oowomp. Know your place. That was a very frustrating pull. And of course he gave me nothing. Whoops. Can't hit 60 looking like a noob. Yeah, of course not. This pet has got insane health regen. I don't think he was even sitting and he regen like a ton of health while Oowomp was out there running around. What was that? That was number 55. I'm actually going to go back to the wiki here and we're going to look at these. Who drops this robe? A level 55 enchanter. Hey, at least it's a 50% drop rate on him. No big deal there. Level 49 enchanter, maybe a little bit more doable. 7,500 HP. If you can even get to her. She's like smack dab in the middle of OT, but I bet you could pull her out if you needed to. And another level 49 right there. Oh, they would probably come together. They look like they're in the same building. So that's like one possible option. I don't know. That would be really tough, though, if it's an enchanter and a necromancer coming after you. As long as you can FD to reset it. But if you get nuked in the middle of your FD, you're in trouble. That's so disproportionate for the +3 int that you get. Old Seb, Trax Teeth, Ghostly Robes, that's int +6. Drop by this guy. I guess he's like a rare mob. Rare spawn, XR Skeleton. Does not summon or cast, but he always drops the robes. So that one, that's probably the play there. I don't know what level I would need to be to solo him. Or there's a frog that drops the robe. I can't say that I've ever gone to Trakanon's Teeth. It's just not been a place that I've ever been invited to group or anything. Let's see. Sort it by int again. Tattered Tomb Shroud and Crypt of Dalnir. That's the one I was trying to get the other night. Robe of Dalnir. The Robe of Dalnir is dropped by the Cly Imprecator, so that I need to kill that guy anyway for the dagger quest. So that's probably what's gonna happen. We'll probably kill him and then get the robe from him. I can't get over how scuffed that last pull was with Oowomp. That was messy. Just gonna drain some health off of this guy. Contemplating ditching the gold just for the weight, but man, that would just hurt my soul to destroy 130 plat and gold pieces. That's just a lot. Oowomp's gonna drop the Bat Skull Earring on like the next pull, and we're gonna get it, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. Then we'll go to down there and try to get the robe down there, I guess. Even though it doesn't look all that cool, I think the tattered tomb shroud looks cooler. Oh yeah, that looks way cooler. Right there, there it is. It's kind of a neat color scheme. I don't think the robe of down there has a screenshot. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's like green. Goes well with those lizard brows. So we'll get one of those too. And we're gonna have to kill some lumpy goos, or could try to kill some lumpy goos to get the sandals. I think there's sleeves and sandals that have int in down there. Alright, Oowomp, you're not getting ahead of us on this one. There we go. No resist. It's amazing how awesome it is when your spells actually work. 3 resists on the snare. That was just like out of control, and I think he resisted a fear too. And we're at 97%. We're gonna make it to 40 here in just a minute. Oh, well there we go. We got it. We don't even need to make it to 40 here. Yeah. Let's go. Well, what should we do now? I am the winner. You know what? We're all winners here together tonight, stream. I'm gonna do something though before I leave, because I don't need anything else off of Oowomp. So that was an entire level of Oowomp, and that was Oowomp number 56. I got a bat skull earring. I never saw the Whiz Bracer, and then I never saw the Bone Mask. Level up to 40, then go to down there and D-level. That's probably what's gonna happen. If we're being completely honest. But that's another 35, so that's 70 mana I'm getting off those two alone. Yeah, I would figure I would have seen the Bone Mask by now. I'm honestly shocked that I haven't seen it. So I've heard tell of I want to explore this island before I leave. Heard tell of a camp of Spearox over in this vicinity. I wonder how much the bat skull earring is worth. I'm actually going to look that up real quick. Because I need to get a little bit more mana anyway. Bat skull earring. 100 plat, yeah. 70, yep. Somewhere thereabouts. Whatever somebody's willing to pay for an int +5. I didn't figure it was much. And the reason for that is you can have better stuff crafted. So there's a bug flying around. It's like a little tiny gnat flying around me. Let's see. If I hit this guy with a spell, what does he do? Does he come flying out of there? Spearock Lightfoot. He's dubious. He was KOS. Oh, I'm gonna kill that gnat. Oh, somebody's out here. Spearock Proven. So those, I wonder if those are on their own faction. A Spearock Proven. Ah, okay, so it's one of those things where if you kill one, they hate you forever. I'm good with not ruining a faction unnecessarily. I imagine this would be not a terrible place to go level because yeah, it's either a bard or a druid down there. Looks like he's quad kiting, yep. What is their loot? Let's see. Spearock Lightbringer. Known loot coin. Spearock Lightfoot, known loot. Spearock Bone Dust. What is this for? Poison making. The Proven. Salil's Writ. Research materials. Spearock Warrior coin. Spearock Bone Dust. So yeah, I'm good without doing that. I like how some mountains you can just run right up over, and then other ones are like, nope. And Mr. Best Friend must have quads made of like steel because he can just run up this mountain like it's flat ground. think one of the Necro Epic NPCs is on top. I really want to do the Epic. That's one thing that I'm kind of like, man, the solo self found is cool, but like, do I finish it? Do I go to level 60 and then do an Epic? Yeah, have a good night, Neutral. Thanks for stopping by. It's funny because now I have everything I need off of this guy, but I'm like, he's kind of easy experience. Like, do I want to just keep farming him? Because why not? Help me, Pit. It'd be funny if I got another earring right here. The bone leg plates. It's kind of like, it's good money and it's chill experience. I think I only need to kill him one more time to hit 40. That's nice now. Now I'm up to 111 int. And before I was at 100 before I started today. So that's 11 more int that I got. It's probably about 10%, maybe a little bit more than 10% more mana than I had when I started. It's only 8:30, so my brain is like, don't go to down there. It's too late. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's only 8:30 though. Can't not go to down there. We've got this kick-ass pet now. His name even starts with K-A. That's kick-ass if I've ever seen it. So yeah, I'm gonna hit 40 and then head out to down near and try to do that quest for the visceral dagger. I'll probably restart the stream so I can change the stream name and then upload it as its own video on YouTube. You only have to kill level 30 to 33 mobs. How hard can it be? It's only in down near. The worst place ever. That run through Warslicks is going to be painful with all this coin on me. Because I'm bound at the, I think, the Warslick side of the over there zone line. Trying to figure out why the frame rate is getting wonky. Like, what did I do wrong here? I don't remember changing any settings, but for some reason the frame rate tonight has gotten kind of weird at some points. I don't like downscaling the resolution. I think it looks like crap. I'm actually like a little bit concerned about Monsters and Memories and my ability to record and stream it. Like, am I gonna come up out of pocket $1,500, $2,000 here soon to build a new gaming PC just to be able to stream it? Because that game is a lot harder on your resources than this is. I need a new gaming PC though, so it's not like something I'm gonna use once. I've just been able to get by gaming on a budget because all the games I play are like 100 years old. My old PC though, my desktop, because I'm streaming this on a laptop right now. My old desktop was like able to stream Rainbow Six, whatever that the Rainbow Six lockdown or showdown, whatever the newest Rainbow Six was, and it was doing it in 60 FPS. So maybe I hook that up and see if that can do it, because it's got a pretty beefy GPU in it. Sometimes I'm wondering if the speeds are just being throttled by the computer because it does get kind of hot. Like I'm feeling it, and it just feels really warm. I'm glad this thing isn't sitting on my lap. Need to move it out of the way of the. Oh, there we go. You can see the edge of my green screen there. Oh, it's Oowomp. Yeah, like there. I don't know. For some reason, when I stood up, like it got choppy. Oh, you know what? I put on this new UI, and it did some stuff to my EQ. So maybe that's it. Cause yeah, there like the frame rate just looks like really wonky. There we go. There's 40. And I got another Batfang headband. I guess I can log that. So that was two of those. All right, time to gate back. That was a good little adventure, and oh, I thought I was bound in Worslix. I guess I was bound in yeah, what's going on? I need to head this way. That's just strange because I've never had I since I've started streaming this, I figured out all the performance issues and never had any sort of issue. But I'm gonna run back to cab and then I swear I have the. I'm wondering if it's OBS because ever since that latest OBS update, it feels like OBS has kind of been more of a resource hog than it usually was. There's also so OBS is weird where if you add certain things into your like scene collection, like here I can get rid of this one. It will. Okay, that clearly wasn't it. Sometimes if you have too many scenes and it has too much stuff loaded, OBS will start acting weird too. No, I thought I had it, but no, it's still doing it. Sorry you guys are having to watch me like troubleshoot live on stream. Just trying to see what could it possibly be. Is there anything I can get rid of? But I'm actually going to do some testing, and this is a good time to kill it anyway, because all I'm going to be doing is going to cab and banking, and then I'm going to head out to down near, but I'm going to try to figure this out before I stream again. I might be back tonight, it might be tomorrow, so if you've made it this far on my YouTube, or those of you that have been watching on Twitch, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your viewership, and